Hello everyone and welcome. This is Pima Community College, Culinary 150, Garde Manger. This is week 1, lab 1, lettuces, composed salads, and mayonnaise. I'm Chef Lolly. As you can see, I have 5 different types of lettuces here on the cutting board in front of me. Iceberg, romaine, green leaf, Bib or Boston, and Radicchio. We're going to be combining these lettuces today to produce a composed salad. We're also going to go over some different types of uses for each one of these lettuces. Let's start with iceberg. Now, why in the world would somebody call a lettuce iceberg? Well, the story goes that when they first started shipping iceberg lettuce from the west where it is grown to the east for consumption, they packed the lettuce in boxcars full of ice. When the boxcars pulled into the station on the east, they opened the doors and all the ice would fall out. So the workmen decided to call it "Look Out for the Iceberg," and that's how iceberg lettuce got its name. Now, iceberg lettuce is very thin and compact. The romaine is loose. The green leaf is even looser. The Bib lettuce, tender leaves, not very much crunch. The Radicchio is slightly bitter and adds a good taste and color to the salad that we're going to be making. So let's start our salad today by taking the iceberg lettuce. This has already been washed. We'll cut it up. Add a little bit to our salad bowl. The romaine, first we need to clear off the outside leaves. Sometimes they are worn and beat up, don't look very pretty. After we've removed the outside leaves, we're going to be taking our lettuce and we're going to be trimming off the top. Trim off the top. It's not of much use to us, so we'll toss it away for now. Now I have some nice cleaned romaine lettuce. I'm going to slice down between the ribs, and then I'm going to slice sideways to get an edible bite. We'll add this to our salad mix. Green leaf we're going to be using for the base of our salad. Remember, composed salads have a base, a body, a garnish, and a dressing. So we'll take off some of these for the base. We'll cut up some of this, add to our salad. Now the Bib lettuce comes already grown, already alive, with the roots attached. So you simply cut these roots off, and you can take the roots, plant them in a little dirt, water them, and you'll have a fresh head of Bib lettuce in no time. So out of the Bib lettuce, we're going to tear this instead of cutting it. If we tear it, we won't bruise the lettuce leaves. Our final lettuce is the Radicchio. Radicchio is a slightly bitter taste, so we're not going to be using much. We'll take one outside leaf and we'll cut it. Remember our chiffonade cut? It's similar. Okay, so we have all of our lettuces here ready to go to make our composed salad. So what we'll do is we'll get our salad bowl. We'll mix our lettuce briefly in the bowl. Make sure we get all different kinds. Separate the iceberg a little bit. Iceberg is crispy. Now, crispy, as we know, stimulates the appetite. Soft foods satiate or satisfy the appetite. So we have our bowl, we have our salad all ready to go, all tossed up. Now, we'll get a couple leaves of our green leaf and make this our base. Put a little bit right there. Now our body of the salad is our lettuces that we're going to use. Now, a composed salad, as we know, is artfully arranged. So here's what I've done. I have some Kalamata olives. I have some grape cherry tomatoes. And I have a mushroom. Now, with our mushroom, we'll slice it very thinly. And these are already washed, of course. Arrange it artfully on top of the salad. And there's our composed salad. Now, what we could do is add a red onion ring if we'd like, or we can add some croutons, and of course the dressing will come on after that. Now, let's talk about mayonnaise. Quick cleanup. Okay, so the recipe in your D2L is about egg yolks, which we'll separate from the egg. By doing this, we'll crack the egg into our hand. Roll the yolk back and forth a little bit. Separate all the white, put it in our bowl. In this one, we'll do exactly the same thing and put it in our bowl. Now, the next step in the recipe is 1/2 teaspoon salt. So, I have my 1/4 teaspoon here, but what I'm going to do is just sprinkle the salt in there. That's about 1/2 teaspoon. Our next step is white pepper, and this is to taste. So we're just going to add a very little bit in. Remember, it's a lot easier to add spices than it is to take them out. So we have our white pepper. Now we have 1/2 teaspoon of dry mustard. We'll add that. Now we need 2 teaspoons of white wine vinegar. One. And 2. We have a little lemon juice that we'll add to the mix. We'll take a fresh lemon, cut in half. Again, squeeze it into our hands so that our hands will collect the seeds. And as you can tell, the lemon juice drops to the bottom. Okay, now it's time to add our oil. So I have 14 ounces of vegetable oil, salad oil here. Could be canola, could be peanut oil for a lighter taste. Sorry about the camera there. Okay, so we'll take this, and we'll whip it up. Tilt our bowl a little bit. Make sure we get everything in there. We're gonna whip and incorporate some air into this until it's a light yellow color. That ought to do. And now we'll start adding our oil. When we add our oil, we have to start adding at a slow drip. Not very much at all. While continuously whipping, we want our oil to incorporate into the egg. Remember, we're making an emulsion. And the thing that makes an emulsion is called lecithin. It's a protein in the egg yolk. Now we can add, you can see it start to mix up a little bit. We'll add just a little bit more oil. Give it a stir. We'll add a little bit more oil. Now we're looking for a steady stream of oil. We'll just keep incorporating that into our mayonnaise. Slowly. If we add too much oil, it'll separate, and that is called a break. When our sauce breaks, there is a way to fix it, but right now, apparently, we won't need to go into that. So we'll just keep adding our oil, whipping our egg yolks, slow and steady, not in a race. We're looking for the best product we can get. When we get done, our mayonnaise will be nice and creamy, pretty thick, and we'll be ready to do whatever else we want to do to it. So, we made a composed salad earlier. I suppose we should probably put a dressing on it. So, when this mayonnaise is done, we could take a little bit of the mayonnaise, maybe a cup's worth, put in a 1/4 cup of chili sauce, a 1/4 cup of ketchup, some cayenne pepper, and some paprika. Mix that all up. We'll throw in some chopped sweet pickles if we want, and we'll have a Russian dressing with pickles for our salad. If you'd like the recipe for that, let me know and I'll send it to you. So, we're still mixing our mayonnaise. If we add more oil than the 14 ounces, it'll be thicker. If we use more vinegar, then it'll be thinner, and it'll have a little spike of a taste. So, we're mixing up our mayonnaise. We're almost done. Almost all the oil is gone. And there's our mayonnaise. Stands up to the spoon. A very good batch of mayonnaise, if I do say so myself. Okay, this concludes Lab 1, Week 1. What I'm going to do next with my romaine is I'm going to save this, and we'll make another lab here in a little bit on your assignment, which for this week is Caesar salad. So we have our lettuce, we'll make our dressing, and we'll toss our Caesar salad and make it together, okay? So, remember, keep an eye on all the videos in the module. Make sure you read all the documents, all the tips. Check out the videos that we have, and that's it for now. Thank you very much. Happy cooking.